Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2024. We're going to start this year off with a New Orleans staple, making some red beans and rice. Next, on Around the Armstrong Table. All right, this is one of my favorite dishes. Let's get the red beans and rice started. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to cut up some smoked sausage, and we're going to get them into a large pot and get them cooking. And what I want to do is get some nice color on that. So I went ahead and got the sausage cooked up, and now I'm gonna get them in the pot after I cleaned off my board so I can cut up my seasoning. Okay. So we'll get that going, and I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite dishes. Now, traditionally on New Year's, you would see people, they would make either black eyed peas or they would make cabbage. But for me and my family, we're gonna go with some red beans and rice. And of course, you know, the basis to every New Orleans dish for the most part is the Holy Trinity. So I'm gonna call this my Holy Trinity Plus, okay? And the reason why I say it's plus is because I'm gonna actually add some carrots, some diced carrots into my red beans and rice. So for all my people in New Orleans, don't come after me, okay? I understand. But it just adds a little bit of sweetness in the seasoning part of it. And I'm telling you, it's absolutely delicious. So for those of you that don't know, the Holy Trinity is the base of it is onions, celery, and bell pepper. And obviously I'm using two different types of bell peppers, so it makes it a little bit different, but I also like the way it looks, the colors and everything brings the dish together. So now that we got all of the vegetables chopped up, we got those sausage cooking up real nicely, and that's what we want. We want to get some of those brown bits on there, and they look absolutely delicious. So what I did, I actually had two large smoked sausages, and I did them in sections. So I didn't do them all at once, but I wanted to make sure I get that color on everything. So now we're gonna get the Holy Trinity cooking in the pot, and I left that residual oil in there. I am gonna add a little bit more of the avocado oil, and just want to make sure I get all the veggies coated. But gotta season this up with some salt and pepper, and of course we're gonna come in with some of that Tony's. And you guys know, I mean, if you're cooking from New Orleans, you gotta either have Tony's or you have Old Bay. And they have some other ones as well. I know they got a bunch of different types of seasoning that you can use. So to keep the flavor going and keep building those layers of flavor, I'm going to chop up some fresh garlic, and I'm also going to get that into the pot as well. And I got a secret ingredient that I'm going to throw in later that was left over from Christmas. You guys will see what I'm talking about when that ingredient comes in. So I threw in some bay leaves, and of course I soaked my beans. So this is important. You got to soak your beans either overnight or at the most, I would say probably 4 to 8 hours. And then what you want to do is you want to add a lot of liquid in here. You want to do 6 to 8 cups of liquid. It depends on the consistency that you want for the red beans and rice, okay? So I threw in some hot sauce, and of course, you know I got to come in with some of that What's That Here sauce. And I love me some What's That Here sauce, or Worcestershire, however you want to say it. But there is my secret ingredient, okay? I had the ham bone from a honey baked ham. And what's going to happen is that ham bone is just going to disintegrate into the red beans and rice. And all of that ham is going to start falling off. But it's also going to add a ton of flavor. And with the salt content, it's going to be delicious. So we're going to let this bad boy cook up. And I'll see you in a couple hours, I tell you. Look at this. Now I went ahead and removed the ham bone, okay? All of that residual ham just sitting in the pot. The red beans and rice are nice and creamy and silky, exactly what you want. I'm gonna finish this off with some fresh parsley, and this dish is done. It's one of those things that you have the right ingredients and you keep it simple. It makes for a beautiful, beautiful dish. So of course, you can't have red beans without the rice. So I went ahead and I got my rice, And look at that beautiful, beautiful just plate of red beans and rice. And that salsa just cooked up nice. The pieces of the ham is gonna flow everywhere. Not my best plating job, but I'm so excited to eat this. At this point, I'm just happy that you guys are watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. My next video is going to be coming out next week. I think I talked about that previously, which is going to be a chicken Alfredo dish, and I'll have that out very, very soon. But as you can see, I'm excited about eating this one, and I'll just let myself do the talking. I'm going to be quiet.
So good. Perfect. The beans are cooked through, nice and creamy, with that rice. And that ham just completely disintegrated. Just make for perfect red beans and rice. With that extra spice, that hot sauce. That's the way you want it. Thank you guys for watching. So good.